mean, I'm not really like allowed by the school anymore. It's not like a restraining order or anything, but like, you know, they just like don't go there. Oh shit, you started? What's up, guys? It's the Game Bro coming back to you. We got another shooter review. We got a rare, legendary review today for you. Little special review. Not that everything isn't special, but you know what? That's not a word we can really use anymore. So, we got a retarded review for you. Checking out Coryoon, Child of Dragon on the PC Engine. So I just want to get this out of the way right now. Many of you may have heard about my dad's suicide attempt last week with the bus, but rest assured he was just trying to stop civil rights. Speaking of walking out on the family, Naxxitsoft would do the same for the most part after the 16-bit era, but not before giving birth to some of the greatest shooters of all time, including the Summer Carnival series with Spriggan, Rekka, and dude, it's soon, Nexer. Naxxitsoft would also be responsible for the Air Zonk games, their take on the Q-em-up, and what we have here is the predecessor, Coryoon, Child of Dragon. As with all games I review on this channel, it's got you feeling light in the pockets, and it has ties to other shooters I've already touched on with programmer Yuichi Ochai going to raising to work on Battle Garega. But I'm no slouch when it comes to spreading around some extra love between families, especially after I gave my ex's mom herpes, but it doesn't count because I got it from her daughter's kid. But you can't blame me, I thought a quinceañera was like their idea of being 18. So now that we've established I'm not allowed at Taco Tuesday anymore, let's spread the gordita and add the special Game Bro sauce to this fiesta and go balls deep on Coryoon. Developed and published by Naxxitsoft, Coryoon was released exclusively in Japan on the PC Engine November 29th, 1991. This side-scrolling Q-em-up is a single-player only and produced on the Coke Cut and Hue card, which I love, but the game's cool too. If you've played Air Zonk, this will feel very familiar in mechanics and the visuals. You play as Koryun, a super cute dragon that looks like the stuffed animal you want out of a claw machine. In way of a plot, it's rather simple but affectionate and establishes some motive. In the opening cutscene, it's established that your relationship with the princess is a little more than just friends, but yet to cross the bestiality line. The princess is transformed into a little girl and thrown in the van by an evil demon called Adru? The monster has also said fuck it to the rest of the world and left his posse of goons to take care of his dirty work. It's up to you to take this green dragon who can change colors and totally isn't Yoshi to defeat the monsters and get your chick back, and the game unfolds over 8 stages. Koryun is a pretty pussy standard shop, but via the stork, there are 3 different weapon power-ups on offer, each able to be upgraded 3 times. Letting off with the fire attack lets it charge up a bit, giving that R-type vibe, and if you're hit, you'll drop a level. Get hit with no power-ups and you're fucking dead, man. Most enemies drop fruits upon death, and you know I could eat a peach for hours, but some drop suited logos that offer special power-ups including smaller option dragons, protective fairies, and a smart bomb, as well as the rare giant chicken. The big-ass fruits are detrimental to scoring and get extra lives, so be sure to scoop up as many as you can, as there are no continues. Controls of your dragon are pretty crisp with the turbo pad, maybe a little too quick, but otherwise pretty spot on. Visually, Coryoon is one of the most vibrant spectacles a 16-bit console could offer, and shows off what NEC is all about. It's just a shame the States didn't get to see it, but even if it did, no one outside of the tri-state area would have seen it anyway. Parallax Scrolling is used for the backgrounds, and there is very little, if any, slowdown, which is a major compliment considering the screen gets filled more than a Mia Khalifa porno. Sometimes it's a little difficult to pick out the enemy fire from the falling fruit, but the juice is always worth the squeeze. As with any Q-em-up, the bosses and enemies look straight out of the show that your girl's kids watch, but just like them, you won't remember after it's over. The look and design is spectacular, but for some reason doesn't stand out as much as you expected. The challenge to defeat them is overshadowed by the will to survive them more than anything. Not that the difficulty is that hard, but getting used to the patterns or mood swings of this unstable 7 is the real key. The levels all look pretty awesome for the 16-bit times, and the backgrounds change as progress is made. Going back to my second review ever on this channel with Twin Cobra 2, you can see how Naxxitsoft does with level design and variation, and Koryun is no exception. If you're down for that 1cc action, a total playthrough can be achieved in about 45 minutes and offers 3 levels of difficulty. Once the patterns are learned, Koryun is a rather easy fuck compared to the likes of Nexer, especially that you can start from stages you've already completed. It's kinda like knowing your ex is gonna want that dick even after a year of being ghosted. The soundtrack is very fitting for a Q-em-up like this, but for some reason feels out of place. The boss battles give me Pokemon vibes, but for whatever reason, this felt like the OST to another game rather than Koryun. After playing so many shooters, maybe I just come to expect a little more than the mission cream pie. Like, is it so fucking hard to ask to fuck a chick in the butt anymore? Like, what the fuck? I used up the ham wallet so much, can I just actually knock on the back door and feel something for once? Fuck. Sorry. When it comes to a pick up and play, I'd say it's the average. If you left a Hue card in the duo and you have 10 minutes between your mother's funeral and the table shower, it's game on. With time attack modes, and if you're playing on the later duo consoles, you're able to save scores. Replay value is like a solid 7.5 and lets you motorboat her even if the A-cups feel like a dude. You'll never be disappointed, but always wonder if there's something more to life. But what does it mean to me and my collection, you ask? Well, I will say this fell into my lap a bit, and I wasn't so much seeking Koryun out, but when a deal this good comes your way, you definitely pull the trigger. Even though it's not my favorite shooter or cuter, it's one that I always try to mention when talking about what I got. If you have the privilege of owning a gem like Koryun, and it holds almost as legendary a status as Magical Chase, and deserves to be mentioned in the same sentence with an average fucking price tag of $800. Fucking crazy. It's not the best shooter in the console's lifespan, or even the best cute-em-up, but it's a lifetime achievement that maybe you're not proud of, but at least warrants a self-high five and a pat on the back to know that you can still hang.
You know, I can, eat a peach for hours.
Koryun is the super hot 17-year-old that you thought was in her 20s, you know, because of masks and shit. She comes on to your ass, and because you're a dude, you flirt back to this thick-thighed, short tease. After you find out she's young enough to be your daughter, and when her birthday is, you immediately take note of how long till she could feel the heat from your teen torch. Normally it's not your style, but when a diamond in the rough comes your way, there's no way you pass up the opportunity of a lifetime. Sure, there's a lot of mental instability, but what 18-year-old doesn't have daddy issues and insecurities that would make Britney run back home? Many will call you out on it, and you're likely to take a lot of shit for taking Koryun back to your place, but at the end of the day, you'll be looked at as a god for being a 33-year-old that got to take this 2003 girl to the top of the mountain. They say heroes get remembered, but legends never die. I say heroes get to fuck, but my dick makes bitches cry. And that first lay is always here to stay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked the vid. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that fucking bell button if you want all my notifications. Feeling a little bit under the weather, so I think I'm gonna go get one of them tests. Definitely put something up my nose tonight. And yeah, have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next Tuesday. I've been the Game Bro, and I am out.